the launch of the newest addition to the TFM lineup of machines, and that's the Mazzotti by John Deere Self Propelled sprayer range, which TFM is now the importer for the whole of Ireland. And we have the first machine landed in the country here with us today. And I'm joined here by Mark James from John Deere's Crop Care Division. How you doing, Mark? Mark has been with John Deere sprayers for a long time and has been working with TFM for a long time. And Mark, can you maybe fill us in a little bit on the link up between Mazzotti and John Deere, and tell us a little bit about the Mazzotti sprayer range?
Yes, I can do that. So Mazzotti were a family-owned sprayer manufacturer based in Ravenna in Italy, and we purchased them in 2017, so it's now a wholly owned John Deere business. We're incorporating in there John Deere technology. So the machine we've got here has got a John Deere engine, it's got the John Deere solution system, it's got John Deere precision farming components on there as well. So we take those kind of John Deere technologies and we're putting them then onto a self-propelled sprayer which really fits the needs of Irish customers, we think.
Thanks very much, Mark, and it sounds like the machine is something that is going to fit in for the Irish market. Maybe we can do a bit of a walk around the machine and point out the various features and maybe explain to our viewers what exactly we've got on offer here.
Yes, let's do it.
Lovely.
So first of all, engine-wise, this machine's got a John Deere PowerTech 4-cylinder engine. That's 175 horsepower. So on this machine with a 3,500 litre tank, that's plenty of power that we've got under the hood for this machine. So it's a hydro-mechanical. We've got a big hydraulic motor that drives the rear axle, and then the rear axle drives to the front end using a drive shaft, and we've got proper mechanical axles. So we're going to get more power to the ground. We've got more traction. You know, we've got differential locks in the front and rear axle, so we can lock all four wheels together. So we really think that for situations where you need traction, you need drive power, maybe you've got hillsides and you've got wet conditions, this is a machine that will keep going so that you can go out and you can get this spraying done for the day.
So Mark, let's have a look under the hood and talk to us about the solution system here. What are we looking at?
Well, what we've got here, Pat, is the solution system directly off a John Deere R700 series trailed sprayer. So we've got something called power spray. It means that we've got a dual circuit solution system with two pumps, one pump on a separate circuit each. So we've got a 600 litre per minute filling pump, so we can fill this machine in about 6 minutes. So very, very fast to turn it around quickly and get it out into the field spraying again. Then for spraying, we've got a 750 litre per minute spraying pump. So very high capacity. And also very accurate because we're controlling the application rate by controlling the speed of that pump. We have no pressure regulator, that's gone out of the system. And instead we hydraulically control the speed of the pump to give us 98% plus accuracy. Very, very accurate on this machine. Tank agitation is all automatic. Tank rinsing is automatic as well, so when you finish spraying for the day, you just choose in the display in the cab the kind of rinsing program that you want to carry out. You hit start and it rinses itself out, so you can't get it wrong. The icing on the cake with power spray, one of the really nice features about it is that it requires no scheduled maintenance. There isn't an annual servicing to carry out. So not only is it very accurate, not only is it automated and easy to use, but the running costs of a sprayer with power spray are very, very low as well. So what we've got to help you to get chemical into the machine in that very fast filling time is a great feature called active pause. So when we hit the button for the induction hopper on the solution command panel there, it stops filling the tank, but the filling pump keeps running, supplying clean water to the induction hopper. So I'm not racing against the filling tank, for example. I've got plenty of time, but I've also got plenty of clean water to make sure that my cans are washed out, my jug is washed out and so on. Now it's a really interesting thing in many ways, this boom, for several reasons. The first thing is the material it's made out of, because it's made out of a material called Domex steel. Now you've probably never heard of Domex, but you will have heard of another product created by the same steel manufacturer, that's something called Hardox. So what we've got on this boom then is a high strength heat treated steel. It means we can make a spray boom which is not too heavy, but it's very, very strong and very stiff, and that's what we really want. It's a very durable material that it's made out of. You also see things like the nozzles are tucked right up inside the boom as well, so that they're all protected. You drag the boom through the hedge or something, you're not going to damage it. Also, what we've got on here is, of course, an automatic boom leveling system. We have a system from a company called Norak. And that boom levelling system has got what's known as a hybrid mode. So if you are spraying away above the crop happily and you come to an area where maybe there's a wheeling, or maybe the crop has gone down, the boom won't follow that down, because the hybrid sensors we've got on this boom levelling system will measure the height of the crop, and if there's any possibility of going below that height, they will just ignore it. So every Mazzotti sprayer has got individual nozzle control, turning every nozzle on and off individually to really reduce the overlap down to the minimum. Now, we know from testing that we've done that you can reduce the amount of overlap, so the amount of wasted chemical, over and above what you'll have with a section control system by over 80%. So the benefit is actually massive. And the other really nice thing that you can do when you've got individual nozzle control on these machines is if you want to spot spray, you want to go and produce a prescription map for your field and spray individual weeds down to one nozzle resolution, this can do it. So it's a really nice system that you get on here as standard.
We're really at cutting edge technology here for precision agriculture and for modern farming, and it's coming as standard equipment on this machine.
You bet we have. Again, as you mentioned, Pat, obviously, as we mentioned earlier, you've got a mechanical axle, front and rear, and that's giving you, again, a high traction and a high power to the ground, which is what we really want in
Am I right in saying we've got differential in each?
We've got a differential lock, front and rear, so you can lock all four wheels together, so the whole thing is absolutely going to keep moving in really tough conditions. You mentioned about steering as well, Pat, and you know we've got a four-wheel steering system on here as well. We've got two-wheel steer for the road, of course. You've even got crab steer. You're working on the side of a hill or in cramped conditions, those kind of things. So you've got every option, and we've got automatic wheel alignment. So wherever the front wheels are pointing when you engage the four-wheel steering, the rear wheels just line themselves up. Another really great thing we've got on here as well is the size of the wheels and tyres. You know, most machines of this kind are on 28 or 30 or 32 inch wheels and tyres. Our row crop tyres on here are 38s or 42s or 46s. So they're much bigger diameter. We're putting more tyre on the ground and we can run them at a lower pressure. And the same is true of the flotation tyres as well, because flotation tyres we fit are 34s or 38s.
And we can go up to a 650, 65, 38?
We can. So a very big low pressure tyre that is really going to keep you on top. And there's a lot more John Deere technology in here as well. So we use a John Deere joystick here to control the speed of the machine as well as to fold the boom in and out and so on. We've got a John Deere 4640 display in here as well, so that's controlling our spray system. Very
familiar layout to anyone with a 900 or a 700 series John Deere sprayer or a self-propelled John Deere.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like the command centre we have in a John Deere tractor as well. Yeah. So you know anybody that can use a John Deere machine knows the way around this. And it's not just controlling the sprayer. What we're also doing with that display is that we're using it for, say, auto-track to automatically steer the machine. We're using it to record what we've sprayed, where we sprayed, and again potentially to do prescription applications as well, so variable rate fertilisers or spot spraying are all controlled through this display.
Well, thank you very much for that, Mark, and I suppose as TFM we're delighted to be part of this new adventure into the self-propelled sprayer market. We are going to put the full weight of our dealer network behind this machine, and anyone that's interested in maybe getting in touch with us, please contact your local TFM dealership or look on our website and get our contact details and give us a call and we'll be arranging demos. We will be at the shows later on in the year, at the Potato Congress event in June and at the FTMTA show in July with this machine. So anyone that's interested, please do make contact with us and get in touch.